Good evening and welcome to Expo 360, the place to be to find out what's going on inside and outside the Expo Park. I'm He Jian.
I'm Lisa Zhou. And He Jian, do you know that the focus or the topic of Expo 360 tonight is very closely related to our own life, you and me?
Okay.
And we said at the beginning of every show that we will talk to our reporters all around the city to learn more about blah, blah, blah. And today we are talking to one of them right now, right here in our studio.
I see, it's great. And tonight we are inviting people who cover events and stories in the Expo Park into our studio to learn more about their lives and work. And you are welcome to join in our discussions by sending text messages or leaving comments on our website. Simply follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen and you'll have a chance to win a prize in our lucky draw later in the show.
All right, before we get to the focus of tonight's program, let's first talk to our colleague Fynn, who's in our XY studio right now. Hello Fynn, what do you have for us?
Hello there. It's been another relatively light day for visitors here at the Expo Park. We've only had one day in September with more than 300,000, and that was last Saturday. And today's count is almost exactly the same as yesterday's, just 246,000 as of half an hour ago. The Expo is celebrating Kenya's National Pavilion Day today. At the ceremony this morning, artists from Kenya and China performed the traditional African song. The joint performance symbolized the fact that China's trading relationship with what is now Kenya goes back to the 16th century. Kenya is in East Africa and is famous for its wildlife reserves. The Kenya Pavilion is inside the Africa Joint Pavilion in Zone C. Its theme is Cities of Discoveries and Harmony, and it showcases the balance between nature and urban environment. The Boao Forum for Asia was honored today at the Expo Center. The forum's chairman, Yasuo Fukuda, who is the former Prime Minister of Japan, was one of the participants at the ceremony. Over the past 9 years, the forum has become an important platform for dialogue between Asian countries and between Asia and the world. The Boao Forum for Asia Pavilion is inside the Joint Pavilion of International Organizations in Zone B. Its theme is Boao Forum for Asia, Asia searching for win-win. Another Expo Forum is underway, this one in Shaoxing in Zhejiang Province. It focuses on economic transformation and urban-rural relations. The forum is organized by China's National Development and Reform Commission and the Shanghai World Expo Executive Committee. Topics include how enterprise respond to the challenges, public service, and the trend of city clusters. More than 400 entrepreneurs, experts, and policymakers are attending the forum, which runs through tomorrow. And that's from me tonight from the Expo. Back to you.
Thank you, Soyan, for the information. And we said a few minutes ago, and tonight we are inviting reporters who work in the Expo Park to share some of their experiences.
Right, and who better than someone who worked with Expo 360 day and night. And many of you already know reporter Miranda Shack, our colleague, who also anchors many of our news updates from the Expo Park. And now let's get a look at some of what she does every day.
I wouldn't say makeup is a pleasant time for me, though it's the start of every Expo reporting day.
Far now, I'll get into the Africa Joint Pavilion here.
Just checking my schedule one more time.
The press conference is going to start at 11.
Pass for most of the Expo entrances. That does save a lot of time compared to the visitors, but we still go through the same security checks.
So this is the first stop of my Expo day. We start at the Expo Bureau, taking the media shuttle bus, which will take us directly to the news center. Off we go.
Taking the bus means I get a good view of the Expo Park, and I don't have to worry about sweating through my makeup if I walk. But the hairstyle depends on luck.
We have arrived at the Expo Press Center, also known as the International Broadcasting Center, the IBC. This building is located at the west wing of the Expo Center. Most Expo visitors have not seen what's inside because you can only get in with a validated media pass. If you want to know what's inside, follow me today and I'll show you where I work every day for the Expo News.
The ground floor of the IBC consists of the reception desk.
Hello there, good morning. Is it okay?
And a working area so big that it's easy to get lost. The outer circle has offices of different news agencies, and the center is for everybody else. We have now arrived at the public work area of the IBC. As you can see on the screen right there, today is the Nepal National Pavilion Day. So we're getting some live feed from the Red Hall of the Expo Center, which is where the official celebration of National Pavilion Place usually takes place. So now that I know what happened at the morning celebration, I need to add it to my script for the noon show. The second floor of the IBC has the studios and control rooms, including ours. We're now at the control room of the ICS studio at the IBC, and I have to get familiarized with the script so that I'm not going to make some silly mistakes later at the live link. Okay, usually the live broadcast starts at 12 noon, and then I usually sit here 10 minutes before the live feed so that I can get ready and I can put my earpiece on and also have my microphone on. And actually right now I can hear the studio back at home at the Weihai Road. 你好，哎，听得见，听得见。Hello, hello, hello。整个人沉下去了，你觉得谁去对吗？声音很空。
Let's talk to our reporter Miranda Shack from the TV studio at the Expo Park for the latest information. Hello there, Miranda. What do you have for us today?
Hello there, Zhu Feng. After several days of rain and thunderstorms, there are clear skies here right now. And that's all from me. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Miranda, for the update. Now let's take a brief look at the international performances inside the Expo Park.
Okay, we're done. And that means I can put my normal outfit on, which is way more Expo friendly. Hello, I have changed back into normal clothes and I've got my face back on. And it's now lunchtime. Okay, this is now lunchtime. Today is actually a good day because we actually get to sit down and eat. But I only have about 20 minutes because I'll have to be out by 1 o'clock to do some reporting. My schedule can be really packed. I often have to rush between press conferences. What do you think? And big name interviews.
With that conference.
Excuse me,
The interviews. And stand-ups for my own stories. Today has been a very long day here at the Expo Park. I've been running around Pudong and Puxi side. And finally, today is over, but this is not the end of my work day. Now I have to head back to the station and do more editing. And one more thing I want to tell my audience. Today I'm not the only one who's standing here and running around the Expo Park. I always have my cameraman with me. He's now doing the filming. But anyway, I have to head back to the station now.
Okay, now we have our special guest, also our colleague Miranda Shack in our studio. Thank you for coming, Miranda.
Welcome to the show, Miranda.
I know it is an extra job for Miranda. She worked as a reporter in the morning, in the afternoon, in the Expo Park.
Are you really that busy, Miranda? You didn't make it up, to show your
She's
actual
supposed to
busy.
take some time off during the night time, but she's now coming
Working
to the
with us,
Yeah,
huh?
working for overtime.
Right, c'est la vie. That's how we do work here as reporter, right?
I have a first question. I wonder, what was the temperature when you filmed this?
Oh, wow. It was actually not too bad because it was filmed like just a couple of days ago, but the worst day was in August when it was like 39 degrees plus. It's excruciating to be at the Expo
It was
Park.
one of the biggest challenges for reporters working inside the Expo Park.
And especially for girls, you're all set up, you're having this cosmetics, makeup, and you have your higher style ready. And in the Expo Park, you usually, meeting with winds and everything and dust. And, that was really, really challenging.
And the rain.
And the rain, right.
How do you make yourself fully confident and fully prepared in front of the camera, because you encounter different kind of climates?
Okay, well, I mean, you have to do a lot of preparation work. We have makeup stylists that do a very good job with us, but then I'm trying very hard to keep it. That's my job. And then by the time when you get there, I mean, you as a reporter, you see us being on camera, but we're actually not working alone. We have our technicians, we have our cameramen.
Yeah.
They are the people who look us good.
Yeah.
Make us look good, right?
Right. Yeah. But it is kind of a tradition that reporters working in the Expo, they wear jackets for the upper body, but for the below.
You saw it in the video. You saw it in the video. Yeah, you see, like that day I was actually wearing shoes, but sometimes I'm actually on sandals because you see with the heat and also the rain, if you were walking around with wet shoes, that's the most disgusting feeling in the world.
And you must need a lot of water supply during the day, especially in the hot summer heat.
Kind of, but then at the same time, if you drink a lot of water, you have to find toilets.
Yep.
And then in the middle of the press conference, you can't excuse yourself and go to the toilet. Okay, excuse me, please stop for a bit. I need to go to the toilet.
And you need to wait in a queue with the other visitors, right?
No, sometimes we do get media pass, but then at the same time, the hardest part, I have to say, it's not going to press conferences. It's the distance between.
No, but you got media pass even for going to the toilet?
Oh, no, not for toilets.
Some places, right?
Exactly. Like well, the IBC has toilets. So that's all right, but you can't always go back. So
Right.
Toilet is a problem.
Miranda, we know that you came from Hong Kong to ICS, and ICS is regarded as a local media, although we broadcast the English programs.
Right.
So, what do you think is the advantage and the disadvantage for you being a local TV reporter?
Well, local reporter, we have to redefine that because my Mandarin is not that good. Whenever I speak, people just stare at you first and they say, oh, are you from Taiwan? I was like, no. Oh, so you must be from Hong Kong. I was like, so I do have that accent. But then I have to say, speaking the language and in the Expo is a big plus because, it's so many visitors. If you don't speak the language, it's very hard to communicate with them. The Shanghainese is a huge problem for me. I don't speak the language. I don't understand it. But still, as a local reporter, I think the advantage is that you get to know more information and you have got good support. Because back in the station, we've got a team of people here working with us. And then when you have problems, you have a big support team. And I think that's the best thing about being a local reporter. You have your backup support back home.
So have you ever met with any interesting or even embarrassing things in the Expo Park?
Oh, embarrassing thing. There must be loads that, not ready to talk about here.
Sure, one.
I'll tell you one. Going to the wrong place at the wrong time on the wrong day.
Oh, okay.
Got to be the
Because
worst thing.
you have so many tasks on hand, so
Exactly.
sometimes you make mistakes.
Exactly. You could go to the pavilion and say, oh, excuse me, is the event happening now? Am I late? Just like, what event? I was like, let me check. Oops. Okay, I'm supposed to be at the other end of the Expo Park in 2 seconds. Okay, well, off you go, run. And then my cameraman just have to grab his, his camera and tripod and run with me.
So have you done any calculation? How many stories have you done for the Expo?
I tried, but I lost count. I really don't know. On an average, I would say about 2 to 3 stories a day. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit
Wow,
less.
that's
So
huge
what?
amount,
100.
yeah.
We're close to the end of the Expo, so I would say 200 stories maybe.
Wow. So among so many stories that you've done, Can you pick one of your favorite, or let's say a recent favorite one?
Well, there are lots of stories that I like, mostly because it connects me with people. It connects with me people that I usually wouldn't meet outside the Expo Park. Of course, there are a lot of like high-profile interviews that I've done. They are very memorable. But I remember that this one story that I was doing a series which is called We Are at Your Service, that was aired on 360 before, that I interviewed cleaners of the Expo Park. I was at the Expo Park at 7 o'clock in the morning that day. It's a very quiet place. Believe it or not, the Expo Park is actually a very different place when you get there at 7 o'clock in the morning. But you can already see there are a lot of cleaners making it clean and tidy, and they work there so hard just to make it a nice place for all the visitors. And there's one thing that touched me a lot when I was talking to them. That lady has been working at the queuing area of the Japan Pavilion for 4 months already, but she has not seen what's inside. She has not seen what's inside the Japan Pavilion.
Yeah, it's quite common, and we know there are a lot more working staff inside the Expo, and you've done stories about them. And I remember you sent one of your stories, one of your masterpieces, to the CNN Worldview, and CNN just broadcast it. Let's see the masterpiece of Miranda Shack.
The interactive games at the Life in Sunshine Pavilion were a favorite stop for the blind children. They had the chance to play some tunes on the virtual piano.
I heard the music. I played with my fingers. It's so much fun.
They also signed their names on a message board and left good wishes for visitors to the pavilion.
I think the theme at the Life and Sunshine Pavilion is inspiring. It teaches us to be strong and independent.
The children had an early start in the morning with a panda mascot visiting their school. The children also sang along with the volunteers before they set off for the Expo Park. They spent the afternoon visiting the Life in Sunshine, Singapore and Philippines pavilions.
Many people from across the world have come and enjoyed the experience in Shanghai. So we also want to extend this experience to for all the underprivileged children in Shanghai as well.
Several volunteer groups in the city have taken disabled and elderly people to the park since it opened in May.
Did all those children keep in contact with you after they toured the pavilions?
Actually, one of the kids actually called me a couple of days ago because, we spent the whole day at the Expo Park together, so we became friends. And then she called me and told me that she's going to have a performance later in the week. So I'm going to go and check out how she's doing. That's the great thing about being a reporter. You get to meet different people that you don't meet if you're working at other professions. But then you get to make connections, and then that's the amazing thing of being a reporter, and that is the reason why I'm still a reporter.
Right, and it gives you the chance, share with other people's life, right?
Exactly.
But behind this specific story, for what reason do you think that CNN picked this specific story? Any particular reason for that?
I think there's one particular reason. The Expo has become a very nice place for companies to actually do corporate social responsibility. I think that's the one thing that's very important worldwide now. And then bringing people who have a less advantaged background to the Expo Park is a very meaningful way, because we always say that, bringing kids or bringing people who have less privileged than we are. And I think CNN saw that. It's very important to see that the Expo Park, the Expo event is not only for people who can afford the tickets, it's also for people who have not had the chance to go around the world, to fly out there, fly out of Shanghai to see it. And those kids had a really great day, and when I was following them, I had a great time as well, just to see it. Although I did go to 6 Pavilion in one day, and that was not very pleasant.
I see. So, what are the feedbacks from CNN? Have you ever received any feedbacks from them?
I think they like the story, and I think it's very important to get our perspective onto the international platform. I think that's very important. And then for American viewers to see how Shanghai people perceive the story. I think that's what we did, and I think we did it well.
That's very nice. Well, of course, Hui-Jian, you know that, as you just said, Miranda Shack is not the only reporter who is covering this huge, successful event.
There are hundreds of thousands of reporters from different nationalities working in different aspects. Maybe they have their own perspective on the Expo.
That's why exactly our ICS crew followed another photographer journalist from Ghana to see what his daily life would be like. Check it out.
He may look like just another performer here in the Africa Joy Pavilion, but he's really the pavilion's photographer. Music
is just another one of Thomas Fynn's talents. Fynn has lots of experience photographing international events, including the 2000 World Expo in Hanover and the 2005 World Expo in Aichi, Japan. Now the 2010 World Expo offers him the chance to experience another metropolis, Shanghai.
I like it. I spent this past 2 months here, and I have a lot of experience because of the Expo. It's run well, and I have support from the African department. They always call me for the programs.
Fynn started shooting pictures as a hobby in 1976 and got a degree in painting and decoration in 1981. His artistic instincts led him into photography after graduation.
You know, photography is like art. And because of my artistic skills, I like art photography.
Fynn and most of his colleagues live at the Expo Village. He usually gets to his office in the Africa Joint Pavilion around 10 a.m. As a press photographer, he needs a complete set of working cameras and lenses, so before beginning work each day, he makes sure everything is in order. Today his assignment is to take picture of an African fashion show in the pavilion. Bright colors, creative designs, beautiful models, and African rhythm. Fynn says that's all part of his inspiration. And in his spare time, Fynn says he also likes to go to the gym with his roommate.
I choose gym because you know, in our production, it's very hard work. You already know. The camera's lenses are heavy. And even your tripods, even the video camera that you are carrying, is very heavy. You have to be fit. I have to be stronger so that I can, even if I have to cram to get a picture. I'm getting tricked though.
Our media counterpart from Ghana really enjoyed his work here in the World Expo, and now we are introducing our friend from Ghana, Thomas Fynn. Thank you for coming, Thomas.
Yeah.
So how long do you work every day inside the Expo Park?
Oh, inside Expo Park, I always be in Expo Park around 8:30.
8 in the morning.
8 in the morning.
So till when?
Till when?
In the evening around 10:30.
10:30. Oh, that's quite long.
Yesterday I left Expo Park 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
In the morning?
Yes, because I have to put up some exhibition in our pavilion, Ghana pavilion.
Okay.
So you work 7 days a week?
Yes, every day.
7 days a week?
Superman!
No, I need even more time. I need to talk to God to extend the time because 24 hours I think is too small for me.
But then, that's why Thomas works out that much and enjoy the workout in the gym.
You must be very well paid.
I'm not thinking about money now.
You don't think about money?
No, I need money, but I'm not thinking about money now.
You just like the job?
I like my job.
I see. That's great.
Okay, so for daily, how many pictures would it take? Let's say average per day.
Average, like today I took about 700 pictures.
700
shots.
700 shots.
That I need to select.
Of course. Then, let's say, how much percentage of them will be some of your, you think they're good?
Oh, today's pictures is, the National Day of Kenya. Ghana, my vice president was here.
Oh, I remember. He came to Shanghai.
Yeah. And Kenya, Namibia minister visits my stand to Ghana stand. And I had to put kente on him, dress him for a picture. So, like, these pictures are not pictures that I would like to select more in my photo bank. My photo bank, I need pictures like landscape, pictures that can talk more. But this is politicians and national. Yes, I have some pictures because I have a fashion show and the African dance.
You bring some of your favorite to the studio, right? Why don't you show us some of your favorite pictures?
Yeah, let's see. You have already selected.
Yes.
Let's see on the backdrop.
Yeah.
We'll have some of your masterpieces. This is the Forest of Flags.
Yes.
This is one of your favorites.
Yes.
This is at the entrance number 6, right?
Entrance number 6. Yes, I picked this, I think in July 10th or so.
July.
I forgot the exact date, but I think it's within July.
So it was a very nice day, sunny day.
Yeah. It must be either very early in the morning, or otherwise there will be like huge visitors in your
No. It's around, I think around 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. Oh, that's the noon time.
Let's see the second piece. The second picture.
Oh.
So what is this picture all about? What is the story behind it?
This picture is from Ghana.
From Ghana.
And it's the dance company called Ghana Dance Company. That's the national dance company from Ghana. So they are dancing, and I'm still doing my shot.
I see. It's great. They really captured the movement and their passion and their love for this kind of.
This is kind of pictures I love. But I didn't even get time to go through my pictures. Like I'll show you more pictures that it will attract.
And you brought us something.
But just one picture. I just saw it on my.
Okay, show this to our audience.
Oh, this is Ghana Pavilion.
This is the pavilion.
But why do you bring this, at the gate of your booth?
Yes, I like this picture. This is in Ghana is our independence arc and freedom of justice.
Freedom and justice.
Yeah.
Freedom and justice. Very nice.
Yes.
Do you send your pictures you take at the Expo event back home to Ghana?
Yes.
How do your people like them?
Oh, they are happy. I sent some to my the ministry that sent me here, that the Expo National Committee in Ghana. I sent them some pictures, and I sent some pictures that they can give it to press.
Okay, so you send pictures with different.
So we are doing a documentary of Expo and pictures to show to the public. So I'm doing both ways.
Thomas, I noticed that you've got a lot of pins on your media pad. Is it, you exchange with all the other journalists?
Not exactly. I always go to the national days, and sometimes I get some pins from there. And some of the pavilions that I visited, they give me some pins.
So this is the advantage, also one of the advantages.
Definitely.
Being a reporter, you go to different pavilions. So Miranda, how many pins have you got?
Where's your pin?
I'm jealous of Thomas because I don't have as many as he does. I think I have about a dozen of them, but they are very, very special because you can't buy them. So we get special pins.
Okay.
And what else? I mean, in terms of souvenirs, very special souvenirs you can get for being a reporter.
I mean, you see, everybody is crazy about the Expo passport. I've got one of them.
Yeah,
but this one is slightly more, for me, it's a very memorable one. Because it only doesn't have stamps. It has a lot of stamps, obviously, but it also, I write down little notes, so I tell myself, I've been there. Let's say Italy.
Actually, you can see it here. This is the Holland Pavilion. She was there on September 6th for an interview with the Minister of Transport.
Oh yeah, and July the 12th.
Yeah, this is like a little diary. When you read it, 10 years from now, you can know what
definitely. That's a golden memory.
Yeah, that's
so will you, occasionally when you are at the wrong place at the wrong time and you got a stamp on it, oops, July the 7th, I shouldn't be here.
Her passport is full of stamps.
Oh my God, yes, it is.
I will be very proud of it by the time Expo says.
You should.
10 years time, I'll be very proud.
Okay. We should have a question right now. Because now the Expo Park has been open. The Expo has been open for over 4 months. So what was your first reaction, first impression of the Expo when it first opened on May the 1st?
For me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, me, I didn't come earlier. But the time I arrived in the Expo, I was happy because I've been in the previous Expos, like in Germany and Japan. And the time I arrived here, yes, I was happy. There was a lot of people. It was not like this time. That time it's full of people. Full of people. You can't even get in.
Yeah. So what about you, Miranda?
I was nervous. I think that was my first impression because the first time the Expo Park is not getting smaller physically. Then the first time when I was there, it's huge.
You thought it was huge?
I thought I would never find my way around there because there's so many pavilions, there's so many different 5 zones, and then I was like, how am I going to walk around this place on time and get to a place? Then I have to say it's very impressive. It is bigger, more magnificent than I had imagined before.
And now you are an expert of the Expo. You can be a tour guide.
I can be a tour guide every place.
You know the location of every pavilion.
Almost.
You can say so.
Yes, you can say so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So two of you, if we're giving you this chance, because we're talking about reporters today, and if this is only one question opportunity, we give this opportunity to you, because basically your job is about interviewing people and ask people questions. What will your questions be?
What do you pay most attention to as a reporter at the Expo Park?
Yeah, me, I pay more attention of the people and the technology.
Okay. That's your...
People is very important because it's always the people that make a place interesting, right? And then the Expo Park have like so many people every day.
So many.
So I know Thomas, he has been a very, we can say you are very indulge yourself to the work. You don't care about how much you get paid. You
Money,
just love the show.
right.
And we know you have some special gift. And so you are going to show us later in the show, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As far as you can remember, we briefed you that you're going to perform for
We
us.
promised that.
Okay, and now we'll take a short break. When we come back, our special guest, Thomas Fynn, will perform for us. His special talent will be shown here in Expo 360. Stay with us. Oh, that was great. Thanks, Thomas. Thanks, my
Good
friend.
performance.
Yes, good. Thank you.
So tell us, when did you start dancing? At a very young age?
Yes, at young age.
Yeah. So this is your form of exercise.
Yes, this if I want to free myself, I just play music in my house and dance.
Is it kind of
But
way...
when I'm young, I used to go to the performance. I dance. I did a dance competition before.
Competition.
Oh.
So you got. What was your best result?
I didn't get best.
So you end up to be a journalist, huh?
You don't care. He doesn't care about prizes, competition ranks.
He loves.
He loves what you do.
I enjoy what I do.
So why don't we invite the other guest, our colleague Miranda Sheck, back into our conversation and let's see what she would do, when after work. So Thomas, obviously, dance a little bit. And what would you do if you feel a little bit stressed, or what do you do after work?
I have my best friend at home, which is my dog. And then
we got a little,
we got a little dog, and then she is my best friend. I talk to her.
But sometimes we
talk to her.
We go for pool together. You like to play billiards.
I am very mad at it.
This is one bad thing, you know, when you're on colleagues show, your secrets always no secret at all. You can, you know, play pool with us sometimes.
You can't hide it.
Cannot hide. Okay. So you would also play a little sports as well.
Yeah,
what kind of sports do you do?
Sports?
Yeah.
No, I'm not good in
But you do a lot gym.
gym. As for gym, yes.
Gym only.
Gym only because my playing the football is very bad.
Okay.
But Ghana performed very well in this World Cup.
Yes,
Right.
but the long jump and the high jump, but now I don't think I can.
Okay then. Since Miranda introduced a little bit about the IBC,
The International Broadcasting Center,
That's
where
right.
you work, the studio for ICS is in the IBC.
Yes, we do have a studio there.
That's right, and that's why we have another story about, because IBC is in the Expo Center.
Our studio in IBC
Is
in
it
Expo
Expo
Center.
Center?
Expo Center in Expo Park. Expo Park in Shanghai. Okay.
And right now we're going to take you inside the Expo Park, into the Expo Center, and into IBC, to our studio, to learn more about this whole complicated thing. Check it out.
The Expo Center is in Zone B on the Pudong side and covers 49,000 square meters. To walk from the east side of the building to the west where the IBC is would take me about 3 minutes. Apart from housing the new center, the building is also the Expo's control tower. It's home to the Operations Center. It also contains several halls that can be used for everything from National Pavilion Day celebrations to seminars to theatrical performances. The Expo Center is one of the Expo's few permanent structures, which means it will stay up even after the event ends. The building will become a landmark and convention center for Shanghai, hosting local government conferences and international meetings such as the Shanghai Cooperation Organization.
Okay, so Miranda, you go to work every day, you go to Expo Park. Most of the time you go to IBC because you do the Expo Live link. And we know in the IBC there are a lot of media booths. So do you have does your media organization also has a booth there?
No.
So you don't go to IBC very often?
No, I was there using the computer.
Computer.
Yes, and see maybe if there's information there to grab.
So how important is IBC to your daily work?
Yeah, because in Ghana Pavilion we have only one computer, and I brought my computer, but you know it's too small because it's easy to carry. But if you want to edit photo, you have to get a bigger screen. So I prefer going to the IBC to do my photo editing.
I see.
So how long would you spend in the IBC every day?
Oh, if I'm not busy at the stand, I have to pass there in the morning or go to the stand, drop my bag, and come there early in the morning before 9 to do something. By 11 o'clock I have to get back to.
Okay.
But if I have more pictures, I stay there for long.
So Miranda, what do you think of the services IBC has given to the reporters from different media organizations?
I think it's very important, the IBC, because I spend a lot of time at the front desk. Because the front desk actually, they are know-it-all. They are the dictionary of the Expo. If you need a contact number, if you need to know where to go, then they have the information for you. And then I think it's very good for a way that they have both Chinese and English services. I think that's very important for Thomas as well, because if you don't speak the language, then they have a full team of support there that to give you English language support.
Okay, so to both of you, if there's any room for improvement at the IBC's media service, what do you think it will be?
Oh yeah, I think because of the previous expos I went, like in
Germany,
and in Germany in particular,
Hanover,
in Hanover,
2000.
Hanover, you can print anything in the press center.
Okay.
You can print anything. So far, you can print copies like this. You don't pay.
Ah, okay.
And now you have to pay.
So that means you have to pay.
But on the other side, you have to consider it's a way to protect the environment.
Yeah,
like now in
like
China,
eco-friendly.
if you want to get plastic bags, you have to pay for it because
It's true.
if you are not supposed to pay, you just get as many as
you like, right?
Yeah.
Pollution to the environment.
Yeah. So that is and apart from that, I think they are doing well.
Yeah, he does care about money.
I'm talking about the money side too because I'm not having money.
Some way.
What about you, Miranda?
You see, because we spend so much time at the IBC, I wish the food is going to improve. Because we don't have a lot of choices there, and with the scorching heat, we don't go out to, there are loads of really nice food at the Expo Park where we don't go out because when we can, we try to stay in the aircon room. So I wish the food would improve, but so far so good.
It's good. Yeah, this piece of advice must be very, very valuable.
Right.
You think so?
It is true.
Okay, you two, thank you very much for coming to the show and
Thank
sharing all those interesting stories with us.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Hello and welcome back to Expo 360. As usual, in this part, we'll offer you the tips and information help you better toward the Expo event. Well, weather has always been a big concern of all the Expo visitors, so let's listen to our weatherman Stephen Rancourt for the latest weather forecast.
Okay, we'll begin this evening with a satellite image of our 10th tropical storm of the year, right here just south of Taiwan, on a course for the shore. She has a name, we're calling her Moranti, and we're expecting her to make landfall somewhere in Fujian late tonight or early tomorrow morning. Wind speeds right now at about 90 kph. They may see up to 100 millimeters in parts of Fujian as well as Zhejiang. In fact, from the lower end of the Yangtze River all the way down to the north coast of Guangdong, we'll see up to 50 millimeters of rain tomorrow. We'll have sunshine up north, however, from the capital all the way up towards the west, just a few showers in northern Xinjiang. Beijing will see a high of 30 tomorrow with mostly sun. Qingdao quite wet with a high of 25. Possible thunder showers for the lower end of the Yangtze River. Down towards the southeast, we're obviously dealing with that tropical storm. Quite a bit of rain, temperatures in the low 30s. 27 in Wuhan with a few showers. Out towards the west, Yinchuan still quite chilly in the morning, a low of 10 degrees and a high of 24. A pair of 28s for Xi'an and Chengdu. And down in Guiyang, they're seeing some rain with a high of 24 degrees. Now in Expo Park tomorrow here in Shanghai, we can expect things to get pretty wet and humid. Possible thunder showers in the afternoon or evening, but temperatures on the low side. We're seeing a high of only 31, lows of 26, and we're going to have a bit of a stormy weekend. It looks like we'll have heavier rain tomorrow. Saturday's looking wet with possible thunder showers. Sunday as well. But then as we head into next week, there's a chance of sunny breaks on Monday. High temperatures going down into the high 20s. That's it for your weather forecast, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Telling us to expect some rain in the weekend, and let's hope for some good news from our traffic correspondent, Officer Yang Xiaoyi, because he is waiting on the line to give us some latest updates on the traffic condition. Hello, Officer Yang, what do you have for us?
Hi, Li Sijia. As we can see on the screen, the overall traffic condition on Shanghai's major highways is pretty good, with cars running around 40 to 60 kilometers per hour. However, the usual crowded road section is still in Yan'an Road Tunnel from Pudong to Puxi side. You might consider taking the nearby Renmin Road or Fuxing Road Tunnel to cross the Huangpu River. Also, we can see the yellow line is still along the stretch of the Inner Ring Road from Caoqi Interchange to Wuzhong Road. It's a good idea to take nearby Kaishuan Road instead. Starting tonight at midnight, Shanghai Police will be strictly enforcing parking regulations on the bund. No vehicles are allowed to park on East Zhongshan Road number 1 or East Zhongshan Road number 2 between the Waibaidu Bridge and East Fuxing Road at any time of the day or night. No vehicles are allowed to park in the enclosed area of East Zhongshan Road, East Beijing Road, Middle Sichuan Road or East Yan'an Road at any time, except for taxis parking in their designated area. If you need to take a taxi, please go to the designated area shown by street signs. Otherwise, the taxis may not stop for you. Tonight's regular overnight elevated highway maintenance closures will affect people who need to get to the Wujiaochang and People's Square after midnight. But you can still use the Inner Ring Road and the surface streets to get there. The midnight to 5 a.m. closures affect the northern and central parts of the elevated highway system. They include the Middle Ring Road between Zhoujiazui Road and the Guojing Road, and between Mingzhi Road and the Yixian Interchange, the Yan'an elevated highway between Jiangsu Road and the Fujian Road, and the north-south highway between Xinjia Road and the Xujiahui Road. That's it from me. Back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Officer Yang Xiaoyi, for the quick updates. Well, for those who are trying to get out of the city to avoid the rain and the city traffic, probably here is some tips for you because we have the travel recommendations from C-Trip.
And now we have the lucky draw session.
Right, did you send us text messages or did you keep your fingers busy? If you do, now you probably get the chance to win some prizes.
Yeah, sending text messages is the only way to qualify for the lucky draw. Let's see who will be our lucky winners tonight. We have the China Pavilion USBs and the hair shampoo from Henko. Okay, stop.
Congratulations.
And also the grand prize for tonight, the pair of
Expo limited watches.
Yeah, 2 watches.
Let's see who will be this lucky winner. Stop. Congratulations.
Okay, so that's it for this edition of the Expo 360. Stay with us for the 9 o'clock ICS News Bulletin. And tune into ICS the same time tomorrow, 8 o'clock for Expo 360 again.
Good night. Bye-bye.